Alright, so now we're going to make a floor plan, and in order to do that I'm just really going to delete my plan 2 level, because in order to make a floor plan you have to make a level. So if I come in and select my level and then I hit delete, it's going to give me a notice that 2 views will be deleted. So it's going to delete my plan A2 and my plan A2 schematic. Alright, so I'm going to say that's fine. I'm going to click OK. And now I have no level and those plans have gone away. So let's go ahead and make that level, remake it, and set up the schematic for it. So I'm going to go to my architecture tab and there's a level command. So I'm going to click on level. And in order to put levels in, you have to be like in an elevation or a section. And so where I want to put that level is somewhere around right in here. I'm not going to get it exactly right. So I'm in the level command and I'm just going to come over here and left click. And then I'm going to drag across right to here and left click. Alright, so just get the level in about the same place as the other levels. It's not going to be super important. And you're going to see that it comes in as plan A7 and it has put a plan A7, but we really want this to be plan A2, so I'm just going to single left click and then click again a couple of times on this and change this to plan A2 and hit enter. And it's going to ask me, would you like to rename the corresponding views? And yes, I would. Okay. Now I'm going to back up a little bit. Now you'll notice that this one is slightly different than this level. So what I'm going to do is update it to look like that level. There's a couple of ways I can do that. The easiest one is to pick the level, and over in the type selector, which we'll be using a lot later, you're going to come to the pull down and there is a Century Gothic Gray text. And if you pick that, then it will match up with that guy right there. Okay. Now I want these guys to align, and so if I pick this level, it gives me this little dot at the end, but it doesn't give me a blue alignment line. I'd really like it to line up with those other two. And the reason is because this one is in 3D, and this one, if I pick it, is in 2D. See that small dot? And then if I pick this, it's a 3D. So this one is moving in 3 dimensions. This one is only moving in this view. So I want to click that 3D, and then it gives me a small dot, and you'll see now it'll align right with those guys. So it's a little bit of a way to get those guys to align. It's going to update here in a minute when we put the scope box in. So now we've got our plan A2, so I can go to my plan A2. There it is, right? If I go back to my west elevation, I want to make sure that plan A2 is at the finished floor. So again, I'm going to use the align command. So I'll go to modify, align, highlight that which I do not want to move, and then highlight that which I want to move to it. So there's that guy. Go back to plan A2. Now I want to make a plan like this one, because I have the plan A2 and I want to make the plan A2 schematic. So I'm going to right click on plan A2 and I'm going to duplicate that view, right? And then I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to rename it. And I'm going to go to plan A2 schematic. You can double click on it. You don't have to go to rename. You can actually just click on it to rename it as well. So now I have basically 2 views that are exactly the same, right? So I want to make this one update to look like this one. So there's a couple of things going on, or several things going on in this view that I need to institute in this view. One is the cropping range. Like this one is not cropped at all. And so these scope boxes, this is a scope box, you can create them. They're 3-dimensional boxes that crop the view, so you can consistently crop your box, your view. So you can make a scope box by going to view and scope box. But I've already made these for us. So what I need to do is in my A2 schematic is I need to go ahead and crop this guy. All right, using the scope box. And to do that, I just select nothing in the view, and over in the properties you'll see scope box, and I can go to the pull down and I can pick scope box A. And what that does is it crops everything, and it actually grays out the cropping option down here because the scope box takes over the crop. Okay, so when we come back, we will do the visual updates.